Sunyata Dharma Reflection on May 26, 2022. Proceed on and opening in a way that is not about anything within anything constantly. No need to choose whether it's inside or outside. There is no need to choose whether it is disregarding or not. Proceed on in a way that is not about disregarding or not, inside or not. Then it will turn into automatic purification of extinction and emptiness. Knowing or not knowing, there is no need to choose to overlay on top of it. Whether it's seeing or not seeing, understanding or not, there is no need to choose to overlay on top of it. Proceed on in a way that the disregard is not itself, that's all. Then it will purify all that projecting mind, all the clashes. Projecting in seeing and knowing is the samudaya itself. The clashes is the samudaya itself. Let's purify by that which is not about anything within disregarding. Because otherwise it's gonna overlay on top of looking, seeing and knowing. Even the projecting within oneself, that is the clashes, that is the Vedana which is bounced back to oneself. This will purify all the clashes. This will be by the essence of Nibbana. Continue to purify onwards through the extinction and the emptiness. Whether it is that which is not about anything within the disregarding, it will purify the attributes of the beingness, or the attributes of the worldlings, or the attributes of being samsara. Whether it is that which is not about the uninvolved, nothing is within the non-attachment itself. Naturally, it will not be in the system of samsara or the beings. It will end all the circling. The essence is the purification of the extinction and the emptiness itself. Therefore, there is no need to choose anything, whether it is disregarding or not, yes or no. No need to choose neither of it. No is not even no itself. Uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself is not about choosing. Whether it is involvement or uninvolvement, yes or no, is not about choosing anything. Whether it is inside or outside, attachment or detachment, it will not become desire or samudaya. It will not become desire or samudaya. It is not becoming suffering or the causes of suffering. Disregard, even from the disregard itself, that which is not about anything within the disregard itself. The non-attachment is not itself. Continue to proceed onwards in all directions. There is no need to choose whether there is the mind or not, or empty from the mind or not. There is no need to choose anything as such, at all, whatsoever. The desire itself is the choosing, is totally the samudaya, is the cause of suffering. It means that once there is choosing, it will become the samudaya that follows. That's going to be an attachment. That which has nothing to do with non-attachment is not about an attachment or fixation to anything whatsoever. That which is not about anything within non-attachment or not, it will release from all types of fixation. Whether it's disregarding or not, neither to choose. Disregarding doesn't grasp itself, child. proceed on in the way that is not about anything within the non-attachment, simultaneously with the opening of eyes, ears, then it will be shining. Then it will be the shining that is purifying throughout everything. Nothing is within the non-attachment itself. It's not the non-attachment itself, simultaneously with the opening of eyes, ears, as usual. Continue to proceed on with the essence of the disregard that is not itself. The composure is the delusive attachment that does it. It is actually called ailments of delusive attachments, because within this samsara, they only practice this. They practice only the delusive attachment within this samsara, practicing attachment, practicing fixation. No practicing of liberation, because there is no need to practice that. No need to choose whether it's disregarding or not. Then it will be true disregarding, true non-attachment. The Satyadharma has been mentioned so much until now. There must be the brightness from all of us already. Otherwise, it's not, still not. Proceed on in a way that is not the non-attachment for everything, so that it will be the proceeding to purify through the extinction and emptiness altogether. There is no need to choose whether it's inside or outside. When there is no options throughout, it will not be about anything in the awakening. There is no need to choose whether it is one's own state of mind or any attributes themselves. No need to choose even within its conditions that's happening. Disregard that doesn't grasp itself. There are no choosing in it. Proceed on in the way that is not the non-attachment itself. It's not about anything within the non-attachment itself. Keep on absolutely the opening that doesn't grasp itself. No grasping, even the non-grasping itself, absolutely. The disregard is not itself, child. Nothing is within the disregard itself. Absolutely. In the way that the non-grasping doesn't grasp itself. No, it's not know itself. That is not about oneself. We're with it. Non-attachment is not itself, child. Proceed on simultaneously with awakening and brightening, so that the mighty force of the blessing will penetrate throughout. Awakening that is not the non-attachment itself, brighten out in the way that is not about the non-attachment itself. Anyone who open up the senses and sense perceptions without controlling them, it will be faster, more spontaneous. Proceed on in a way that is not about anything within disregarding or not. Purification through the extinction, end all options, whether it's inside or outside. It will turn into purification of the emptiness. It's not about anything and anything altogether. Wherewith disregarding that is not itself. It's not the non-attachment itself. Non-attachment is not itself. Wherewith it. Are you fixated with humility? Even crudeness or reserved manners are not the way. No is not even no itself. Well, with this essence, then it will be beyond being humble or not, beyond reserved manners or not. Otherwise, it's gonna be just realm of existence, being stuck with realm of existence on and on. What is it within being reserved or not? this doesn't work. Neither is working. Just give no significance and meanings to the non-attachment itself. Proceed on in the way that is not about the non-attachment itself. In the way without choosing whether it's inside or outside. Because that's going to create realm of existence. The option itself is the samudaya. There is no need to choose whether it's attachment or detachment, empty or not. The choosing itself is the samudaya. It is the cause, still the cause of suffering, still the cause of samsara, cause of realm of existence. The option is as such. There is no need options whether it's disregarding or not. That is the disregarding that is not itself. Don't be limited and engrossed with just duality, with just senses and sense perceptions inside or outside. That it is not about anything within the non-attachment. This is boundless, this is incalculably. This is not just about inside or outside. That kind of limitation in the karmic difficulties of the delusive attachment which still follow oneself, like karmic retributions. It's not the non-attachment itself. Then it will be naturally boundless, purifying through the emptiness, which is called Sunyata Nibba, purifying samsara child. Circling with just yes or no, this is narrow, limited. This is the delusion within realms of existence, being obsessed with creating realm of existence on and on. It's not about anything within the non-attachment itself, child. The opening doesn't grasp itself. Automatically it will be boundless and incalculably in blessing. Don't be obsessed to practice arising and ceasing on and on, practicing the body, the mind, elements and Dhamma. This is just the desire that practicing it. Don't be obsessed with the desire practicing the aggregates on and on. The attributes of significance and meanings and involvement is called the desire that practice the aggregates. No, it's not even no itself. No, it's not even no itself. Disregard. There is no need to choose whether it is even the disregard itself, even the non-attachment itself. There is no need to choose whether it's inside or outside, inside of itself, oneself, or all things. There is no need to overlay on top of that. Otherwise, it's going to be the cause of realm of existence, cause of samsara, the cause of circling within arising and ceasing. The disregard is not itself. There is no need to choose whether it's disregarding or not. There is no need to attempt to disregard on and on. This is giving significance and meanings in the disregard itself. Is not through disregarding, not through non-attachment. True non-attachment is not about anything within itself. Continue onwards as such. The non-attachment is not about anything within itself. That is true non-attachment. Nothing is within the non-attachment itself. This is true non-attachment. Non-attached even to the non-attachment itself. This is the non-attachment that doesn't grasp itself. It doesn't grasp itself. It's not the non-attachment itself. Simultaneously within and without, so that it will not about anything within anything simultaneously. That is the purification of the emptiness. Proceed onwards instantly. It's not the disregard itself, child. Well with it. It's not about any attributes or the mind or disregarding or non-attachment itself. Nothing is within the non-attachment itself. Nothing is within know itself. Don't be obsessed to use disregarding to disregarding anything. Give no significance and meanings to it right away. Simultaneously, within and without, simultaneously, then there will be simultaneous purification of the extinction. There is no need to distinguish or separate whether it's inside or outside. Then there will be purification of the extinction and emptiness simultaneously. The disregard is not itself. Any attributes, any conditions, any states of mind will not become itself. Nothing is within any states. Nothing is within the attributes themselves. Non-attachment is not itself. The awakening is not about anything within itself. Knowing is not about anything within itself. Well with it. Nothing is within the goodness itself. The disregard is not about anything within itself. Well with it. That is not about anything within such a goodness. It's not about anything within the non-grasping itself. No grasping, even the non-grasping itself. If the purification doesn't purify itself, still you as you, you'll be left in the temple, guarding the temple. Because you are the beings yourself, you are unable to bless beings. This is not something that is fun. Not yet discard the non-attachment itself, still give significance and meanings in it. Knowing doesn't discard itself yet. Being engrossed with giving meanings and significance, still something within disregard or not, yes or no. This is full of samudaya. How can you bless beings? To bless beings is to help end samudaya for the beings. We cannot use samudaya to bless beings. Disregard still gives significance to itself. How can there be possible to bless beings through the emptiness? What is there within the disregard? Give no significance and meanings to the disregard itself simultaneously within and without, so that there will be purification of the extinction simultaneously. You have time to refine the blessing at any time. This is not about grasping the refinement. This is refinement that refines itself, discards itself. Proceed on in the way without options, whether it's inside or outside. No need to choose further. That which is not the non-attachment itself, proceed on without options, whether it's inside or outside. Then it will be true non-attachment. Proceed on simultaneously inside and outside through the essence of that which is not the non-attachment, not about anything within the disregarding. Proceed on without options. Then there will be purification of emptiness and extinction for both inside and outside. The options is actually, when taken, is become realm of existence instantly. That which is not non-attachment itself is not about options at all, whether it's seeing or not seeing, knowing or not knowing, attachment or detachment, whether it's disregarding or not, is not about options. Non-attachment is meaningless in itself. That which is not about anything within the non-attachment itself, this is not about options. It is not the system of the Samutai. It will have nothing to do with being empty or not. It will have nothing to do with uninvolved itself. It will not be engrossed with just samsara of tithi, uninvolved or not, yes or no, grasping or not, fixated or not, being empty or not. It will not become of samsara of tithi as such. No is not even the no itself. This is not samsara of tithi, whether it is yes or no. To be engrossed with such yes and no, then it will continue to become samsara of tithi. No is not even no itself. No is not even the no itself. Disregard is not the disregard itself. Well with it. That is not about anything within the goodness. Non-attachment is not the non-attachment itself. It's not the non-attachment itself, child. Nothing is within the non-attachment itself. Well with it. No is not the no itself.